Hello traders, really interesting day. So I've got this fake move to the upside on this Dow 5 minute. So here's the range, there's the initial bar, this red one, and then we engulf it, we push higher, we drift back, and then we run up. And then at 45 minutes after the Dow has opened, we start getting a red bar, another one, drift into the range, and then we just sell, gentle pullback for a fade, and then we push under. And then for the rest of the session we just wave up on a little bit of good news, right back into the ceiling a couple of hours before the close. And then so if you manage to take 450 and hold it, then you get a 500 pip move. So I initially started shorting here, started fading. I did get a few pips to the upside, started fading, got some of that, and then once we started getting up here and coming off the ceiling, then I started shorting and then got some more into the close. So did okay, but a very sort of scruffy start. Got nowhere near the gap. So how could you trade this? Well, because it faked a move up. So if you were trying to get short here into the first half an hour, then you would have got stopped. Well, I think if you look at an hour into the session, it takes that time to really sort of get a feel for the trend and a feel for the direction of the market. So if you get a stop out, back off. If you've not taken this setup up here for some reason, you're thinking that it's going to break back up again, because at that stage that's a fade for the bulls, and then that gets stopped. And then finally you come under the open trading range and then you drop, so you get one leg down here, and then you get this sell signal as they attempt to come back into this area here. Okay, so if you do sort of get messed up in here, one way of doing it is just look for the last couple of hours, because by that time you've got a feel for that was the major move from that 520, 515, 520 to about 200 roughly. 160, I think 160 was the low, back to 450 and then down. If you take all that away, because the most other obvious way of doing it is to look at the 15-minute chart. Now this Dow 15-minute chart has actually got the London range on it, and Dan was looking at this and I started looking at it as well. I think this is, here we are, I think that is the London range. So we poke ahead above it and immediately start to close lower, move sideways, drop, pull back into, so actually into the first 45 minutes of the US session, we're actually fading the London range up here at 515, 516 I think it was. Then you get a 1, 2, 3 wave move. Okay, so you've got to, in order to capture it, you've got to be alert to the support and resistance. You don't even have to have the London range on it. If you just had support and resistance on there, I admit sometimes if you put 15-minute fibs on the previous days, sometimes it sort of clouds the bars and you can't actually see exactly what's going on. So if you're having that problem, consider just putting the morning rate or the previous sessions range on it and see where the market ends up at that stage. I think I'll be doing more of that on the 15-minute chart. What I might do is fib it and then take it off, and just look out for the ranges. And of course, once we get this little jiggery here, we start to get a lower close, another lower close, only one green bar there, and the rest is red. Okay, so what I'm trying, okay, to cut a long story short, what I'm trying to say is that is a potential sell signal on the 15-minute chart, and you had high stochastics. Okay, hope that helps. You know, I admit if you got sort of distracted with the initial push higher, this is a 300 pip push higher from 160 to 460, 450. Yeah, very easy to get distracted, isn't it? But if you kept out of it and just timed your look at the market, this is 45 minutes in, this is a couple of hours before the close, and you miss out all the mess in the middle, then hopefully you can capture the moves. Okay, otherwise Forex, no rate rise for the UK, so that is drifting lower. I think we are getting closer to a rate rise. I'll definitely be looking at pullbacks into 139 area for this one. Obviously, we're looking at smaller time frames here, so that's not much good. Let's just look at the DAX. Taking that theme about the 15-minute chart, and I'm just about to finish this video now, so I'm keeping it short. This was the German first 15 minutes, which, if you look, pinpointed the previous day's low, pinpointed a key pivot area up there, and almost caught the low. So we did short this, but unfortunately I didn't hold it long enough. Peaked up 45 minutes into the session again. We've got a sell signal, very similar to the Dow one. Drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back, drops, pulls back. So, you know, I think again I'll probably fib the 15-minute chart, but also spend more time looking at the German range on this DAX chart. Okay, hope that helps. Just take a look at that tomorrow and study that tomorrow, see what you think. All right, bye for now.